I'll say that again now that we're recording. Folks, we are going to be recording this. If for some reason that is an issue for you, or you're in some kind of witness protection program or something like that, please feel free to jump off of this meeting now. And for everyone's information, these slides are available right now on the MCTS website. If you ever need them or you want to go back for future reference, there's a tab for career prep under the admissions tab, and you can view these anytime. These slides will also be emailed to all accepted career prep students as well as their counselors. And this recording will be emailed to everybody at the end of this. And Mr. S has just put up a link. Is that a link to the slides on our website, Mr. S?
Correct.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe we'll just give everybody one more minute to jump on here. And while we're giving folks time to jump on, I'm going to take just a moment to introduce a colleague who I'm very fond of, a colleague from Mercer County Community College, and we're very, very happy that she's joining us tonight, and we appreciate it. This is Liz Raza.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for being here, Liz. Liz is the heart and soul of Mercer County Community College. She is always so helpful to me, so it's really great to have her. Here with us. And Liz, inevitably, I'm gonna make a couple of mistakes, or I'm gonna say the wrong thing. So please, by all means, jump in and correct me.
That's fine. I also have a PDF of my business card that I can put in the chat before we finish. So if anyone else has any questions, they can always contact me directly too.
That's
I'm happy to help out with whatever.
That's great. And I recognize a few names that I've seen come in here and join us. Which is great. I'm hoping, so parents, we love that you are here, and it is awesome that you are here. Thank you for supporting your kids and being here tonight. One of the big takeaways from tonight's presentation will be parents. This is about your kids, and your kids, your students, your young adults are the ones that are going to be taking these classes at Mercer County Community College. And they're the ones who are going to be responsible for everything. So we want your help with that. We want your help with fostering that independence, fostering that self-advocacy, and hammering into those students that they must go to class, they must do their work, they must get in touch with their professors if there's an issue, or they're going to miss something, or whatever the thing is. And they are college students. This is going to be like putting more than their toe, like putting their whole leg in the water prior to going off to college next year when they are adults. We're going to have plenty of time for questions at the end of this presentation. I'll also take a moment to introduce my colleague here at Mercer County Technical Schools, Nick Sikowski. Nick is our community liaison. He does everything with our website and our social media, and videos that we make, and the admissions videos. And Nick wears about 10,000 hats, and he wears them all really well. And he's my more than my right hand. He's my half of my body. So
I'm the slides guy tonight. That's it.
Well, you're the slides guy, but you do a heck of a lot more than that in real life. Okay, so I think we will get started now. Yes, and at the end, if there's a question that I can't answer, I bet Ms. Raza can answer it. And so let's get going. We want to say congratulations to all of the students who got accepted to career prep program. Congratulations. It's a big deal, and it's a hard program to get into, and it's a great deal. You're going to earn in the neighborhood of 12 college credits while you're a senior in high school. You're going to have a Mercer County Community College transcript, and you are going to be like a real life college student. So enjoy it and take advantage of it, and really get the most out of it. If something happens between now and the end of the end of the school year or over the summer, if for some reason you can't attend a class, you've changed your mind about something, any of those situations come up, let us know, okay? You're going to find out not now, but sooner rather than later, sometime between now and say, what do you think, Liz, June, when those classes, with the times for their classes?
They should be, I mean, once they're registered and everything will be in their portal. But we do have the schedule up now, but they can always email me directly too, and I can give them the times if they want that. I'll also be sending you a spreadsheet too with everything mapped out so that you can share it with everybody as well.
That's it. And students, I will share that with you once I get it. So you'll have a good idea of when those classes are. But as Liz just said, everything is going to be in your Mercer County Community College account/portal, and that's where you should go for a lot of information. So yeah, this is it's an opportunity for high school seniors to enroll in these classes. It's a great elective opportunity. I can't promise you that the credits are going to transfer to wherever you end up going to school. There's a very strong chance it will transfer to a New Jersey school.
Correct.
Out of state, it really is a case-by-case basis, and you should just check with whatever your intended school is to see if they're going to take them. Couple of other things. So on this sheet that hopefully everybody saw, and it's still there on our website, it lists, and Mr. S is going to probably put up a link to it at any time. There's no rush on that. It will show you what the 4 classes are. But I should add that those classes are determined what the 4 classes are. This is what they typically are, what you saw when you signed up. But sometimes a professor can't teach that class, or sometimes they don't have enough enrollment from us or the other grown-ups who've signed up for these classes. And if that is the case, they're not going to be able to offer the class. Mercer County College will give us some sort of a class as a replacement. It may not be exactly what you want. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is, and we and they are doing our best to fill those needs. Speaking of classes and when they get scheduled, Mercer County College does their very best to schedule those classes between the times of 12 and 2:30. That works out very nicely with the transportation for students who need it, because the homeschools transport the PM students in our Assunpink programs to that center, which is right across the street. Those are our shared time high school kids. That has nothing to do with the career prep kids, except for that transportation piece. They get off that bus, the shared time kids do, and most of the homeschools buses continue on right across the street to drop your kids off at the Kelsey Theater Circle. If your student drives, they are absolutely welcome to drive. Which is great. And once again, so they do their best to schedule those classes at that time. However, it doesn't always work out that way. There are some classes that finish after 2:30, and there's not going to be a bus for them. There are some classes that start before 12, and they are going to have to figure out a different way to get there. Go with a friend. If they can drive, they're welcome to drive. There is even a New Jersey Transit but I couldn't begin to tell you how to do that. But it is, they are also going to have academic classes at their home school, so there may be some working with their counselor. And so I am sorry about that, but that is also, it's just how it's going to be. Again, most of the classes will be between 12 and 2:30, but not everything. There are also 2 other locations. Most of the classes happen on the West Windsor campus, which is right across the street from our Assunpink Center, which is why that transportation works out so well. But there are 2 other spots. The Fire Science program, those classes happen at the Dempster Fire Training Center in Lawrenceville. I think that's right on Quaker Bridge Road, right, Liz?
Yes, it's basically right by a little side road behind Costco.
There you go. Okay, and then the other one is the fashion classes, fashion apparel design and fashion merchandising. Those happen on the Kearney campus in Trenton. Okay, and then the other thing is any books, uniform, things of that nature, all of that stuff does have to be covered by the student. Now maybe your homeschool has something that's worked out there, but that is to be worked out with the homeschool, not Mercer County Community College and not Mercer County Technical Schools. But the tuition is free. These classes are free, and students are expected to adhere to all of the college's rules and code of conduct and everything else that they have. They will probably sign some documents to that effect when they create that account. So here, these next slides that I'm going to show you are going to tell the students how to get ready for those career prep classes in the fall, how to register and everything else. Once again, these slides are available on our website. You can also just go to Mercer's website, Mercer County Community College's website. It's there too. But these are nice kind of step-by-step instructions that you may want to follow. So here we go. Let's go for it. And bear with me for 1 second. There we are. Okay. Yes, make sure you have an email that you check on a regular basis. That's very, very important. And once you are a Mercer County Community College student, students, your professors are probably going to email you at the Mercer County College email address. Thank you, Liz. That's exactly right. So if you have an email address that you used when you applied to the career prep program, which is through Mercer County Technical Schools, that's the email address that we're going to use to send you information between now and when this starts. If a program has changed, if a class has changed, if a time has changed, the information about here's how you register, go do this now, even the mailing of these slides that I'm going to do tomorrow after this presentation, that's all going to whatever email address we have on file. Now, since you're here, I'm assuming that that's an email address you at least check a little bit. If you need to change it, email us at admissions@mcts.edu. And I would do that right now. Do it from your phone or close this little window and send that email address so that we know. We want to know the very best one to reach you going forward. Okay, next. The application that you fill out to apply to Mercer County Community College is different than the application when you applied to the program, to the career prep program. That was an application in our portal, in Mercer County Technical Schools portal. The application you're filling out now is for Mercer County Community College. You will receive an email from them with a student ID number when you're done. That's very important. You want to hang on to that. It does take a day or two after you submit that. You're also going to receive directions on how to access your portal, how to access your portal account, excuse me. And that's going to show you, like Liz said before, your class schedule is going to be in there. You'll also know when it's available from them, and that could be later on in the summer. So hang in there with us. We know you want to know, and you want to know what your schedule is going to look like. We'll get that to you as soon as we can. So here are the directions how to submit a Mercer County Community College application. You go to their website, mccc.edu. There's a little button that says Apply for Admission, top left corner. Click on Create an Account. You fill in all the fields. And under Admit Type, under Enrollment, this is important, select Concurrent High School. That means you're taking these classes while you're still a high school student. For your program of study, you're going to select Non-Degree Dual Enrollment. And the time frame is fall 2023. That's like your start date or your entrance date. The campus, click the West Windsor campus. Liz, even if they're a fashion student, they should click that?
It can always be changed later. It really doesn't matter which campus you put because you can register at either campus.
Got it. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, that's right, Selena. Fall 2024. Thank you, Selena. Nice catch. Nice catch. I wonder if I edit that right here. Well, we'll Mr. S, let's make a note to edit that when we're done here. It's fall 2024, everybody. Oh, he's going to edit it right now. Oh, that's fantastic.
Rock star.
That's why we pay him the big money. Thank you. Okay, and then yeah, so I guess because the college knows and they're the ones who are going to register you this first time, it is okay to just put West Windsor campus regardless of where you're going. You're going to get your classes. And then complete the rest of the application. It's a lot of, personal information, address, phone number, all those other things. Just from my own experience of having our Academy kids fill this out, I happen to know it's good to know your social security number if you have it. And there are some other things like that. Your kids will be coded so that Mercer County Technical Schools is paying that bill, and we're working that out with your home school. So you should not get a bill, and if you do see one for some reason, don't pay it. And then here's the other thing, though. Until you do this, you will not be registered. So this is arguably the most important part of this whole process. It's great that you applied to this, but there's still a lot more to do before you're actually enrolled at Mercer County Community College. Let's see. Okay. Yes. We will email you information about student IDs, about parking decals, about where the bookstore is, and when your books are going to be available. That's all going to happen over the summer. Okay. But for general information, you can go to any of these, and I see them here on this thing in the presentation. Mr. S, if you would copy and paste all three of those and just put them right in the chat for me. And those are things like student services for how to get your ID card, the parking decal, where the bookstore is. That's all right there for you folks. If you're taking the bus, the drop off and pickup is, as I said, at the Kelsey Theater.
I would just add a pro tip for everyone.
Yeah.
Usually that first week of school, they end up working by appointment to get student IDs. So once you have your schedule during the summer, you can really call the security office at the West Windsor campus and ask if you can just come in and get your ID done. That way you have it done before school begins, just because then you want to make sure that you're not waiting in lines. You're not, rushing to get back to make your bus. You have everything before classes begin. That's
brilliant. Thank you. Pro tip there from Barbara. Thank you very much. So then logging on to the My Mercer portal, you're going to do that from their website, mccc.edu. And again, your schedule will be in there. It will be, once it's available, it will be in there. It may not be in there until summertime, until after you've finished up your junior year, kids. But it will be there, and it's going to tell you where, when, and how your class is meeting. Some of these classes are online, guys. Over COVID, I guess they discovered some classes were better attended online or easier to do online, or there was just no reason to make people come to campus. So fear not if that's the case. It's still a real college class. You still got to go every day. You still got to do your work. And we will let you know when that stuff is available. Just good rule of thumb, just check your email all the time. The students' email addresses that we're going to be sending this information to, I just want to repeat this, is whatever email address we have on file from when you filled out the application for career prep. That's the other thing. I said it before. The professors are going to email your Mercer County Community College email address. So that means you're going to have to check 2 email addresses. And if you've got a school email for your regular academic classes like English and gym, etc., that means 3. All right, that's a lot of emails, but I know you guys can do it.
And it won't just be your professors that email you. Actually, you'll occasionally get emails from the Office of the Registrar with important dates, like registration dates, which may not concern you as much as withdrawal dates in case you need to withdraw. So these are all important things. So, and oftentimes if a professor has to cancel, they'll email right before class. So it's always good to check, before your class as well, just in case.
Okay. Yeah. When you're riding that bus or don't check while you're driving, but if you're before you get in your car, perhaps. Terrific. Yes. And then accessing your grades. You will receive your grades through that My Mercer portal at the end of the semester. And students, for the most part, this is how you're going to get your grades. Okay. This is not in the presentation, but I just want to say this out loud. It really depends on your home school how this is going to work with dual credit. Some schools just say, this is just a thing you did on your own. You've got these college credits and it's great. But if you're applying to colleges and want to have that information on there, you may have to send them a separate Mercer County Community College transcript. You can get a PDF of that out of your My Mercer portal, out of that account. You can access those grades yourself. If you want a real live transcript at the end of the first semester, you're going to have to request that on their website, just like you would if you were transferring to another school after getting your associate's degree. Right? I'm getting that right, Liz?
Yes. So what's on your portal is what's called an unofficial copy.
Yeah.
So schools may not necessarily use it for transfer purposes, but they can at least take a look at it to see what you've gotten, and you'll be able to see. But anything that needs to be sent officially for transfer, or if you're applying to other schools, you'll have to go on the website and ask for an official transcript.
Very good. Next, the bookstore. Yeah, I did say this before, but again, career prep students, you guys are the ones who are responsible for the purchase of the books. The tuition is free, the books are not. If there happens to be a uniform, like for example, if you're in the culinary program, you might have to pay for that uniform, among others. You can look up the textbooks that you need for your courses using that link right there, mccc.edu/student _book_score_follett.shtml. And once you know your course number and your section, and there's an example right there, CMN 111-500, you will be able to find the books that are needed for that course. It's possible to purchase them online or get them delivered to your home from the Mercer bookstore, or from other retailers. You're not obligated to go to their bookstore, but do make sure you know that book and that you're getting the right one. But please don't wait until after class is started. It's not a good first foot. You're not getting off on a good foot if you don't have that book on the first day of class. The professor says, "Okay, everybody open up to page 17," and you don't have it, and you have to look on with your neighbor like when you were in 6th grade. Okay, very good. Okay, now, so even though I keep saying it's not really Mercer County Technical Schools, you're not our students, you're going to be students at Mercer County Community College. That is all true, but we do still want to have tabs on you, and you will be still sent registration information from us soon, probably before the end of the school year. PowerSchool is our platform. You may not use it too much, but we want to have it there anyway, because if the college needs to get in touch with you or an emergency contact, they're going to come to us. So we need that information there. You will get that. You will get that from us very soon. So once again, just continue to check your emails. Thank you. Yeah, some more information about career prep. Let me advance that slide. Attendance. Okay, the first day of the fall semester is September 3rd of 2024. These next things I'm going to say, students, are the very most important things. Okay, go to class, go to class, go to class. Absences are only excused at the discretion of the professor, and I'll be honest with you, for the most part, they're just not excused.
Correct.
They're awesome people, and they're very smart, but they do not care. And it's going to be that way when you go off to, if you go off to a 4-year school, it will be the exact same way. It's college, it's the real deal, and you are grown-ups. So if you, you're going to get treated like grown-ups, and so if you miss class, they're not going to care. If you miss more than a couple of classes, it's going to impact your grade. God forbid you are doing badly in the class or something like that, or you fail a class, you will have an F on your college transcript for the rest of your life. It will be there. That's forever, and that's permanent. So take this seriously. If there are problems, look into withdrawing, and I'll tell you how to do that in a minute. But you know, the big takeaway is go to class and work hard. Oh, this is very important. So because you are high school students, this is going to be different. Your schedule is going to be different than what the college is. So if you have spring break, or it's New Jersey State Teachers Convention, or your school has 3 days off for the Martin Luther King holiday, and the college only has 1, none of that matters. You have to follow the college schedule. If Steinert High School or Hamilton West or Heightstown or Princeton are on spring break, but the college has school, you still have school. You have to go to college. You have to go to the college classes, regardless of your high school academic classes. The academic calendar is here in orange in this slide. Feel free to click it, or Liz or Mr. S, if you want to put that in there. You can take a look at that right now. And that's very important. As far as the transportation goes, that really depends on your home school. Back to that, I'll use that spring break example again. If your school does not have school, but you have school at the college, they may not be providing transportation during that particular week. I'm not sure. So that's a case-by-case basis. Please also, figure knowing that ahead of time. If you look at your schedule, the best bet is to figure that out well in advance. And if you are going to have a need, or there's something that you can't figure out, communicate with your high school counselor. Communicate with them and let them know what's happening. We are also here to help you and help you figure out those things. Communicate with your professor. If you're going to miss class, you can't send me or my secretary or Ms. Raza or your counselor at your home school or your math teacher or your mom or dad an email that says, I'm not going to class today, or my work called me in, or I'm sick. You have to communicate with your professor. And those other excuses that I just listed are probably not that good. You once again, just go to class. But if you can't, communicate with your professor. Communicate directly with your professor, and you're going to have their contact information in your Mercer County Community College account and in that email. Okay. Any students that are here tonight or watching this video at a later date that have an IEP or a 504 plan, on that website, and we'll put it in the chat for you, is a link to mccc.edu/student services. That is student special services at the college, and get their contact information. This used to be called the Center for Inclusion, Transition and Accessibility, CITA. It is now Student Special Services.
They actually changed again.
Oh,
I just
no.
put it up. It's called Center for Accessibility Resources, or CAR. So I just put the website in the chat.
Thank you very much. This
welcome.
Has changed very recently. My gosh. That's okay. Well, there you go. Okay, so it is now called CAR, the Center for Accessibility Resources. We will make those changes in this PowerPoint before we
and I just put in the chat if you want to copy and paste it too.
Thanks, Liz. Appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
Yes, so students must reach out to that office to make arrangements for accommodations and modifications. We cannot do that for you. We definitely can't send them your IEP or your 504. And I'm sorry to say, and I hope this doesn't sound mean, but your mom or dad can't do it either. Students, you have to do that yourself. So once you know that class schedule, because that's how they're going to be able to get that information to your teachers, they're going to ask you for certain things. It may just be a copy of your IEP, but oftentimes they want to see your most recent evaluation that got you that IEP. If it's a 504, it might be a little bit simpler, but whatever it is, you'll have access to it, and you can get it from your case manager at your home school. So take those steps as soon as you know, and that can happen over the summer. Once you know your class schedule, reach out to the student special, to the CAR office, CAR, and they will tell you the next steps. I just want to read this disclaimer. Dual enrolled high school students who have elected to take college courses may request academic accommodations. It is important to understand that the high school IEP and 504 plan is not transferred to the college. The high school students must follow their accommodations process. Once you finish those steps, like if you receive accommodation form that lists appropriate college academic accommodations, you have to provide that form that you get from the office of CAR to the faculty. That's how that works to get you those. And the person's name is Arlene Stinson, who runs that office. And she's great, and she will walk you through all this too.
She's wonderful, and she has great staff.
Absolutely. But I guess what I'm saying, and we're using a lot of words, is the accommodations you get at your home school, at your home high school, may not look exactly the same as what the college is going to do for you. So just keep that all in mind. Okay. Here we go. This is what I alluded to before. Course withdrawals and grades. If you're not doing well, don't just stop going to class. If you don't like it, do not just stop going to class. Because of those reasons I said before. If you get an F, it's going to be there forever, and we don't want that for you. We want you to be successful and get A's in all of these classes. But saving that if something does go wrong, we want you to get out of this the right way, so that you don't have problems down the road. Let your homeschool counselor know. Go for support. There's all kinds of support at the college. Between what are the tutoring offices called, Liz?
So we have tutoring services, and they also offer virtual tutoring too if you can't come in person. Everything is done by appointment only, so you can make an appointment either way and get that. Also make appointments with your professors. They all want to see you succeed, so utilize their office hours. A lot of them have Zoom office hours too outside of their in-person, so you can always schedule something. Most of the time it's in the evening with them, so definitely use all those resources. You can also come to me if you need some help with anything, and I can point you in the right direction if you need that as well. But as Mr. Orff said, it is so important to communicate. This is probably one of the biggest issues we even have with our college students with withdrawing, is that you really have to do it yourself. So your teachers aren't going to be doing it for you. They'll remind you of the dates coming up. It'll be in your syllabus and on the website. It's usually on your Blackboard account, and the registrar will send out reminders as well. But it is something that you have to do. They cannot do it for you.
Okay, very good. And those withdrawal deadlines, there are certain dates by which you must withdraw.
Correct.
So you're going to have a pretty good idea after a few classes if you're going to have a hard time in the class, and that's okay. That happens to a lot of people. But know those withdrawal dates so that you don't miss that deadline, and then you're really gonna have some problems. And also, if you do withdraw from a course, let your homeschool counselor know so that they can let me know, and then we'll not sign you up, for the next thing or whatever. Great. Just a few other things to know. When you're attending a college class, you must communicate with the college. This is very, very, very important. And I said this before, we can't obtain your grades or communicate with your professors on your behalf. I'm sorry. And neither can mom or dad. It's really up to you guys. And that's not me saying that to be mean, or that's not me just trying to get you to advocate for yourselves. It's the way it is. If your parent calls the professor or emails the professor, they're either going to ignore it or they're going to say, I'm not talking to you. Tell your kid to call me.
Or they'll send them to me, and I will also say, I can't talk to you. But either way.
And then, yes. Oh, students, it's important that you get those grades from your MyMercer portal and give them to your high school counselor. They're going to want to know those grades either because you might be getting dual credit for it. Again, that depends on your homeschool, but there's a good chance they're going to put that on your high school report card, which is awesome. But you got to get those grades, and it's right there. It's in your MyMercer portal. Every once in a while, one of the homeschools will have an issue. They'll say, "Oh no, we need the real deal, or we need an official transcript," something like that. That's okay. They'll come to me for that if they need that. Don't you worry about that. You get in the habit of going to that portal, getting those grades, giving them to your counselor. And we talked about giving the absences. Talked about communicating with your professor for those things. That is basically it. I've got Mercer County Community College's website there on the right and MCTS's website there on the left. And I am ready to open up the floor. Liz, are you ready? Do you want to?
Yeah, I was just going to say, how can I insert
oh, yeah, please.
My card so you have... we don't use Google Meets. We use Zoom. How can I put a PDF in the chat for everyone to get?
It might just be a drag and drop, but I don't know if you're able to. the same time.
Yeah, it's not letting me.
Yeah, I would just type it if you don't mind.
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah, just type your email address. Somebody will write that down or copy and paste it.
Mhm.
Now, or we're going to do by hand raise, I think. So if you go
I
into
think it seems like people have started raising hands already, so that's perfect.
yeah, you can see it at the top of the attendance list.
Okay, I see Terry Parisi, and Terry, you might have to unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, hi guys.
Hi.
Really quick, when you mentioned like going on and finding out what classes are in so you know what books, should we wait until they actually get their official classes, like you said, that they can change and then get the books?
Yes, I would
Yes.
say a big yes to that. Great question, by the way. Yeah, wait until you know exactly what the classes are and what the times are in the event that one of the classes might change by any chance. Great, and there's Liz's contact information. And how about Nicole Cucci?
Hi, my daughter is enrolled also in the dual enrollment for LA next year. So she already had to apply to Mercer County Community College and has a student ID. But she was having trouble logging in. She didn't get an email with like a password or anything. So I'm not quite sure how to get her into the portal.
She's never logged in at all before?
No.
Okay, so you have two options. When you log into the My Mercer portal, underneath where it says student login, it says need help or something like that. But you can download directions for that first time of logging in. If it's still not working, I'm going to put the IT help desk in here. Just send them an email directly and tell them, you know, what's happening. This is the student ID, everything like that. And they can reset everything for you and walk you through it.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Liz. Great. Selena DeSino. I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sure. DeSiano.
Hi, I'm Selena. I have two questions, quick ones.
Go ahead.
What is a good phone number to call in the summer if you need help, like figuring out this, like how to schedule the classes or have any kind of questions like that? Like, who would you talk to in the summer?
I don't know.
Well, the classes are already going to be scheduled for you. I mean, all the classes have been predetermined, depending on what concentration you've been taking. So you'll see those on your schedule. If you're looking to change anything, you'd have to go through Mr. Orff and career prep people. But on our end, if you have any questions about anything, you can always call me too, and I can help you to the best of my ability as well.
Okay, I guess I was confused there. I thought they still had to, even in their like major, I thought they had to still pick, or you're already picking the two classes for the fall.
Yes, Selena, these classes are laid out for you,
Oh, okay.
or for the student rather. And they're pretty much set. It's 2 in the fall, 2 in the spring.
Yeah, that I understood. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah,
get that.
so
Okay.
there's not really changing them or
I guess I just thought sections. I didn't think like, you know how you got two sections of the same class. I didn't know whether.
Oh, we do that for you because usually the career prep sections are cross-listed with regular sections. So oftentimes there's only one listing, but you wouldn't see it on your end because it's something behind the scenes. That's fun for us. So, but it'll show up on your schedule once you're registered.
Okay, and my second question is, do they bring in their Chromebook to use, like, for as a computer, or I don't know, because in our school, like, my son doesn't have any textbooks. He uses a Chromebook all the time for all their classes. So they have their Chromebook for classes.
Ultimately, it depends. Some classes use a textbook for their class, and students are welcome to bring an iPad or a laptop to take notes. But some things are open resource, so you can get them online, or it might be in the student's Blackboard account for that specific class. It might be a PDF that the teacher has already put in there. So ultimately, it just depends on the class.
Yeah. I would err on the side of bringing it the first couple of weeks and see.
Yeah, feel out if it's needed or not.
Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Beth Giglio.
Hi, my question is, my son is a 3-sport athlete. Is this going to affect him getting back for the sports?
It shouldn't, but it may. I don't want to tell you it's not because I don't know what time his is. Once again, the classes typically are scheduled between 12 and 2:30. So that wouldn't impact his sports schedule any more than if he was taking the PM Diesel program at the Aspenpink Center or the PM Cosmetology program at the SIPEC Center.
Okay.
The bus is going to leave Mercer County Community College at 2:30 and get him back to, it depends. Where's he go to high school?
He goes to Steiner. He's going to most likely drive his own car.
That's even better because one, maybe he can advocate and say to the professor, hey, I got a basketball game at 3:00. Do you mind if I leave 10 minutes early? And the professor might say yes.
I mean, a lot of the classes are done by 2:20, 2:30, so it's possible that, he'd be done earlier.
Okay.
And Beth, this does come up sometimes, especially if he's, do you happen to know what program he's in off the top of your head?
Criminal justice.
I'm looking right now. Hold on one second. He should be done by 2:20 every day.
Oh, that's nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
If something happens, because it's possible that they might have to schedule a time differently or something like that. If something happens, you're going to know well in advance of the start of the school year if there is a conflict, and unfortunately, you might just have to drop the class, but or withdraw from the program. But just if there is a conflict like that, get in touch with his counselor and get in touch with me, and we'll work that out. Okay.
Okay, just because of missing 3 days, and if he has away games, they have to leave earlier, things like that had me a little nervous. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Cindy Michelson.
Oh, still muted. Oh, there we go.
There you go, Cindy.
Hi. I'm noticing on the my son is in the theater program, and I'm noticing that for one of the courses there's a co or prerequisite of an English 101. Is that going to affect him getting into the program?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't, Cindy. I think in a lot of cases they waive those for our kids that are taking.
Yeah, they usually do.
Okay, thank you.
If there is some kind of a problem, we will get in touch with you as soon as possible. But don't anticipate anything.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'm very excited to call on this person because I noticed the name and I got a big kick out of it. So, Yo Boy Toy, can you ask your question, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, I'm working right now. Sorry about my name. I just got a question about the business program because
Sure.
I'm a 3-sport athlete as well, and I was wondering if you could tell me what time that class gets done.
I don't think Mr. Orff wants it to turn into what time everything is because we're still trying to figure everything out. But I can tell you roughly as of now. Let me find them. Your class should be, half of your class should be, because I can only answer to what's in my division. It should be done by 2:20. But where you're placed with in the liberal arts division for your other class, probably it'll be around the same time period.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and again, generally, guys, the classes are going to be between 12 and 2:30.
Yes.
Generally, or specifically, you're going to find out pretty soon when those classes are happening. So just cross that bridge. If there's an issue with the time, we'll deal with it then. You can get in touch with us and we'll either tell you, sorry, you're not going to be able to do this, or we'll figure it out. Okay? All right, very good. Miros P.
Hi, I have 2 quick questions. For one,
Okay.
if you are really sick, is there no excuse for classes?
It really depends on the professor, I will tell you. You always need to communicate with your professor right away about what's happened. If you have something and you have a doctor's note, just like you would if you were in school right now, if you have a doctor's note, again, at the discretion of the professor, it's possible that they'll excuse you for that class. But it really is up to every professor is different. And it's honestly whatever they put in their syllabus. The syllabus is kind of like a contract. It's between you and the teacher and also the school. So whatever's in the syllabus is what they usually go by.
Okay, thank you so much. And my second question is there going to be like a tour or like orientation before classes start?
This is the orientation, and thank you for coming. And no, but that campus is open. If you want to see what the campus looks like, or once you know what your classroom is, if you want to go to campus and try to find it, you can absolutely do that.
I mean, you're welcome to always send me an email. I'll be here all summer long. We are going to be closed on Fridays, just FYI. But you can always shoot me an email, and I'm happy to walk you around. I've done that for many a student in our division and kind of help you figure out where you need to go, especially because there's going to be a lot of other things, events and camps and things around campus. It can be a little chaotic during the summer, but it is a good idea to know where you're going before classes start. So just shoot me an email, and I'm happy to show you.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Pamela Rubo? And Pamela, you might, I don't know if you're talking and are muted or
Sorry, I was muted.
there you
Sorry.
go. No worries.
I looked online at the classes that that you guys set out for aviation, and they say web-based online, but there's no times on
So it depends on the class and what the web-based. There are different classifications, if that makes sense. Some are purely asynchronous, and so it's, you know, you log on when you can during the day, or whatever the teacher has set up on their end. Usually it's not a standard meeting time or virtually or anything. Some are hybrid. So it really ultimately depends. But for the one aviation class, it is going to be asynchronous online. So the student will be required to, you know, like log in every day and be doing their work and such like that.
Okay. And then for the other class, if you know the colleges, like if you go to Purdue's website and you put in Mercer County Community College, it tells you what classes that they take from there. And like speech communication is not one of them. Is it possible to change to in English? Because like North Dakota, they don't take it. Like a lot of them don't take that class from Mercer County.
If I may, the immediate answer is no. I'm sorry. The classes are laid out the way that they are. I appreciate the wanting to get some credits out of the way, but bigger scope. I also want to say to all the parents and students, it's awesome if some of these credits do transfer. And it's a great side benefit, but the real reason for doing this is to learn, to foster an area of interest, and to get a taste of what college is like. This is to prepare your students for when they do go off to, you know, whether it's Cohen Mercer full time or whether it's going to another school. It's like putting your whole foot in the water, more than the big toe, as far as college life is like. So, but the credits might transfer, they might not, but we can't change to make something that does.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Terry is back.
Yeah, sorry. It's not a question. I just wanted to share with the one mom if she's still on here, and I don't know if it's too late. The one that was asking about the English 101 course. I know that at least I know West does. I would assume the other high schools, at least in Hamilton, offer a 101 and a 102 course. So you could check with your son or daughter's guidance counselor and see if maybe they can take that, because my son's doing that next year as well.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Terry. Thanks for sharing that. By the way, I'm going to very quickly just share this, the whole presentation from before, because I see a couple people have jumped out. So I'm just going to share, that's the PowerPoint slides with, I hope, everybody here. And you have viewer access, so don't try to edit it. And You guys should all, it should be there in the chat now, I think. Oh no, I might have sent it to your email addresses. Whatever email address you're on here now. There we go. Okay, how about Tammy C?
Hi, I was wondering because I don't have my driver's license yet, and I need to get my ID. Would I be able to use my school ID?
Yeah, anything with a picture, and usually what they need to see, and the instructions are on the website, but they usually need a copy of your schedule and some kind of photo ID.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. How about McKenna?
Hi, my son is signed up for the fire science, and I apologize. I know that you spoke about transportation at the very beginning. So if he's at the Dempster Fire Center, if he's not driving himself, how would he get there?
That's a great question. But unfortunately, I don't know the answer, but your child's counselor will. 90% chance that they're going to know. Because some schools, it really depends on the school. Some schools will take care of that and get the kid there. Other schools are just going to say, I'm sorry, we only go to the West Windsor campus and Mercer County Technical Schools. So it depends. Do you mind if I ask McKenna where your kiddo goes?
Actually, I'm Spring. McKenna's my daughter. I had to use her login. We're at West.
Hamilton West. I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe your kiddo can find a friend who's going there. If they don't, but they may. So just check with the counselor.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't have an immediate answer. Rebecca.
Hi, it's just a quick question. I'm like on my mom's account, but like I'm a student, so would I just like apply with the regular like application portal for the Mercer County Community College and just like, because I kind of missed that part, so I would just apply, and there's like, it talks about like a high school like class thing. So is that what I would like do? Sorry, I'm like not good with wording stuff. When you're applying for a student ID for Mercer County Community College.
For the ID, or if you're applying for the My Mercer account?
Oh, like either. I think whatever you have to do to apply to like Mercer County, like on their website.
Oh, for the application.
Yeah.
Oh, that was that slide in the beginning with how to apply.
Okay. And Mr. S, it looks like you just shared that in the chat for me. Thank you. Did you also change the access? I think that I mistakenly emailed this to everybody.
Yeah, you can see the anonymous members at the top.
Oh, everybody's okay. Thanks for fixing that.
What slide did you need? I'm sorry.
How to create a My Mercer account.
And keep going. There was this, apply to MCC. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We'll leave that up there, but now also you should have this in your email too. You've gotten this, and it's on our website. But
Okay.
we'll leave it up there for you too for a minute, Rebecca, so you can take a look at it or write it down.
Okay, thank you so much.
Or I think now young people just take a picture with their phone.
Yeah, like screenshot it.
Halo Moon.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, that username, just like forget it. Sorry, it's so silly. I know. I have a question. My question is for this. I know this is like for next year, but say like I know other parents have mentioned like their kids are in sports and everything else, but say like they have like trips that are related to those sports and they would have to go like out of the state for just like 3 days. How like would you still have to like ask your teachers that you would have to tell them about that because that kind of affects your attendance, like you mentioned that.
Yeah, it would not be an excused absence, unfortunately. But I would let your teacher know, and who knows, maybe if you talk to them, maybe they will let you make an excuse. But again, that would completely be up to the discretion of the professor.
Yeah, I also have another question. It's pretty simple, but my mom actually changed her email like weeks ago. So the one that she that is being sent out, like that's her old email. How do I make sure like she gets the emails like for her new for the new one that she has now?
Send an email to me at admissions@mcts.edu And then
Okay.
tell us all that though. Say, my name is blank. My mom's name is blank. Her email address has been changed to blank. Please update this in your whatever, in my account, something like that.
Okay.
All right, and we'll take care of that. But just want to reiterate to you that it's your mom will receive communications from us now and like during the summer. Once you start at the school, it's really just going to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and my recommendation for if you know that you have that big trip coming, there's two things. One, just decide if the trip is important, especially if it's for some school related or sports related, or it's a big family trip. That's cool too. Whatever, any reason you want to take a trip is great. If you decide I'd rather do that than do the college class, totally fine. You can just drop and get some electives at your home school or work in the afternoons or whatever. There's no shame in that. And then take that trip without any worries. Another course of action would be the very first week of classes, talk to your professor about this, let them know that the trip is happening and when it's happening. And they're going to tell you right then if you can do it or not. And if you can't,
Yeah.
then you drop the class.
Another pro tip that I would say though is if they say yes, you can, send a follow-up email and put it in writing. I tell even my college kids this: if you have any one-on-one discussion with a professor or anyone really, make sure you send a follow-up email saying, as per our discussion and just to clarify, or just so that I make sure I have this right, and then put it in writing because, people forget, a lot happens within a day. So they may not always remember. So definitely make sure you send a follow-up email if they say it's okay.
That's great advice. And be responsible for whatever you missed, any work.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, folks? This is great. I want to thank everybody. Just continue to check your emails. Thanks to Liz Raza, hero. Thanks for being here. Mr. S, thank you for all of your incredible technical support as usual.
My pleasure.
All right, and parents and students, thanks for joining us. It'll be great. You'll hear from us very soon with everything, with classes and times and the whole shebang. All right. Thanks everybody. Have a good night.
See you in the fall.